Hey my unicorns, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm about to do a mukbang because a friend of mine, Diana Rose, hey Diana, postmated me some food, and so yeah, New York life is really what it is. Food is pretty expensive and stuff, so I'm appreciative of the fact that she was able to postmate food for me. I have steamed rice, and this is steamed rice, and then this is barbecue with some slices of avocado. And then for those who know me, know I like mayo, so this is spiced mayo. And yeah, I'm looking for salt. Plus they brought me really a lot of spoons. The mukbang is from well, I don't know, I guess I have it's from Bakogi. See, it's from Bakogi, I think. Organic Korean fried chicken. Yeah, so at least I'm guaranteed all that I'm eating here is organic food. Yeah, this bitch is trying to be healthy, I imagine. Yeah, that's salt because the steamed rice was super plain. Ooh, looks yummy. Can we also discuss people who don't like avocado? Like, what? I mean, seriously. Who doesn't like avocado? Who and why? What kinds of lives do you lead? So, while we mukbang, we're gonna talk about some of the do's and don'ts of New York, especially when you're a new person like me and you're traveling here the first time. That's what I'm just saying. The best place to eat when you're in New York and you're only trying to survive like me, avoid fine dining because fine dining is really expensive. The best you can do is we have food trucks everywhere, and they try their best to be as custom made as possible, where you just go and order what you want and how you want it, and the prices are not so expensive, not compared to restaurants anyway. And then yeah, we do have some cheap places, but you have to be deliberate about finding them, and that can take a while because you may get lost. Yeah, the streets here, the avenues and all the numbers are too much, so if you're not careful you might get lost in the middle of trying to look for food and die hungry which is not what we are going for. So endeavor to use food trucks, and the thing I've learned about food trucks is they're literally everywhere, and they have good food, except, and I don't know why, most foods here have an angle of bread to eat. I've been trying my best to get flat bread because I get bad yeast infections, and so flat bread would be a bit better because the amount of yeast, if any, is very little. I wish things like chapatis were easy to access, because most of the things that you eat here are wraps, and they're wrapped with something that is bread. And me and bread, and as much as I don't hate it, I don't like it because too much yeast affects me terribly, so I'd rather not. But yeah, so ensure you zero in on food trucks and zero in on, because we have different kinds of food trucks, then zero in on a food truck that sells your kind of food, things that you'd like eating. I know many people like bread, so a food truck would be convenient for you, because we have sandwiches, we have, we have rolls, we have, I'm yet to see a truck that sells tacos. I really was excited about trying a bit of tacos while I'm here, so I'll keep my eye on it, except unless I have to go for fine dining for it. So yeah, the food is really good. Knowing myself, I'll be full in a short while. Yeah, I love good food, but I'm not exactly a foodie. So yeah, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. What a girl's gotta do. So yeah, again, thank you, Dana, for this amazing Postmated. I feel like I'm home, you people. This barbecue is really good. Some onion, green onion in it. The avocado is also really good. Yeah, so that's it. Another thing that you shouldn't do when you're in New York, for as much as possible, try and avoid using cabs. There's nothing wrong with it, but two things: one, cabs are really expensive. Two, I have a friend that I've met here that was also coming for CSW the same day I arrived, and she took a cab from JFK airport, JFK, yes, that airport. Took a cab to come this side. She stays on, I don't know what avenue she told me, but I can't remember. I told you these avenues and streets are too much for me, especially within this short period of time that I'm here. And soon as she left the airport, her cab literally caught fire. Like, it caught fire, it burnt down. She didn't send me the pictures, but I saw them, and it was terrible. Everything burnt down except her backpack, which she went out with, and basically she managed, in the very least, to save her important documents like travel documents, her phone, and basically anything important that she would have carried on her carry-on. But if that wasn't the case, everything literally burnt down, including her clothes, and now she's still going back and forth to see if she can have the cab guy and the insurance company for the cab guy to come through and pay her up so that she can be able to go and shop for stuff. And that kind of got me freaked out, because when we were coming, we also used the cab. But yeah, just so you know, that could possibly happen. It's not something that happens in the movie, like a car literally burnt fucking down. So yeah, be careful about that. But also, the reason I wouldn't advise use cabs is because there's always a better alternative. So per week, you can get a metro card. Metro card you can use on a train or a bus, and for $32, you're able to get a card that you can use for a month, but unlimited times of use. So that if per month you take 900 trips, the card caters for that. If per month you take 1,500 trips, the card caters for that. You can only use buses and trains with that card. You can't use cabs, but it's a very convenient option, given a very short trip by a cab would cost you almost $10, and 3 trips already would be that amount of money. So if you know you'll be doing a lot of movements, especially given where your hotel is and everything, and given where you've come and stuff, it is advisable you go and get a metro card so that you're able to maneuver and go around different places and not have to spend so much while doing it. So yeah, that is the advice I have for someone who's coming to New York. And then last but not least, unless it's not summer and you're sure the people you're coming to see have told you unless it's summer and you're sure that the people you're coming to visit, or for whatever reason you're coming, you've confirmed it's summer, bring warm clothes. Like, it's no joke. Bring warm clothes, bring warm comfortable shoes. Yeah, but bring warm clothes, especially layering clothes and jackets and hoodies, and anything that would cover your ears properly, your hands and your feet. Bring socks, heavy socks if possible, to wear inside the comfortable shoes that you've brought, because the weather here is a dick. I'm just gonna say that straight up. The weather here is such a dick that if you're not careful, you can suffer from hypothermia while you're just watching and thinking, it ain't nothing. It is something. You come from inside a warm room, you step out, the cold that hits your face, your hands, if you don't have gloves on, that would be the most easiest place to target. Well, most ninis do that anyway. Most cold situations do that. So yeah, be very careful. I'm trying to get, did I put some water here? No. Trying to see if there's some water. I'm gonna have to get water because I feel thirsty. So yeah, be very careful with the weather. And other than that, simple warnings, the ones that you're given even at the airport. Do not take a cab from someone who asks you, do you need a cab, and all that kind of stuff. You never really know who is a good person and who isn't. And if someone goes an extra mile to come ask you if you need a cab, then you might as well be scared about that, because they might be having bad intentions and don't want to hurt yourself. We have cabs that are numbered and are allowed in and out of the JFK airport, like basically at the front, not in and out per se, and they can be able to pick you there, and they're metered, and whatever your charge goes according to how the meter has been running and stuff. So yeah, it's only fair that you are careful enough when you're here. Danger lurks anywhere, especially in not being able to predict that a car will catch fire. The fact that world over women are not safe. So yeah, that's New York for you. I'm still little by little experiencing it. New York happens to be one of the expensive states in the US, and so tough luck, I guess, because I'm told we have states that have cheap stuff and everything. So yeah, just here surviving, living, doing what brought me here, which is to attend meetings, the CSW meetings, and really playing a huge role in trying to see a world that is changing to be beneficial to women world over. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on. But that what I have shared has literally come from my experiences, one, and hearsay from people who are close to me while we're in this area. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to note them down and be cautious the next time you're coming to New York, especially if it's your first time. So yeah, my mukbang is done. Of course, certainly I couldn't finish my food. There you go. I have a lot of barbecue left, but I'll eat it later, I guess, because I'm full. And yes, it's been real. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Ha 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 ha. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for being my unicorns. I really appreciate you, and I'll try my best to do as much as possible. I know I'm trying to post fun videos while I'm here, because the beauty of any trip is the fun that a person has while they're here. So yeah, that's why I'm posting these videos. But when I go back to the business as usual and bringing back the important issues that the society faces and how we can be able to address them. Otherwise, do have yourself a beautiful day and night, depending on which part of the world you are in. And yeah, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. Remember, to win you must compete. So compete, stay put and compete. Yeah, because how then would you say you won if you didn't take part in the competition? So compete, and always put in mind that your competition is not the next person to you. Your competition is yourself. Endeavor to become a better version of yourself each and every single day. A lot of things will happen while you're trying to achieve that. Do not pay attention to them. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to how you were yesterday and how you want to be tomorrow, and use today as the day to make tomorrow a possibility of yesterday. Yeah. Bye guys.